Well, Kay was in decent mood today. She was awake when they got there, although she wasn't really dressed and she was still in bed. It's happening again and again lately. For a few days there, she was up every day. Anyway, I postponed my visit because of an earlier appointment here, but which turned out I was wrong on the date. So my bus came about 10. I got over there and had lunch and came back. Well, I have a new driver I've never seen before, and he's a stickler for following the rules. I think that happens because if they sense that you're independent at all, that they want to throw their weight around. In any case, he wouldn't. He was following the rules. So we get over here to Active Day. We picked up not only me, but a half a dozen other people from Active Day, which is just at the end of the building. So when we got here, he was polite enough to let me off first, but I was considerable distance from my entrance, and he had to walk with me to the entrance and back, which is the way the rules state. However, the rules also state that you don't leave passengers in the bus with the door closed. In this case, you've got a half a dozen people who have dementia or Alzheimer's. They all want to go home, and if they see an open door, they might decide to take it. So I don't know what the chances were. Apparently not that great in this circumstances, because they're not at, but you leave a door open there at the other place, and some of them just go right out the door. So it could even happen on one of these buses. So it wasn't all that great to follow the rules in this case. I'll tell you a little more about that trip to Salzburg in Austria. While we were there, of course, they took us all over Salzburg. And they also took us to Berchtesgaden, where Hitler's lair, they call it, which is not so, it's just vacation getaway. And I don't think he really went there that many times, but it was an outstanding construction project, because they built this house up on this hill about 900 feet above the surrounding area, to the tunnel straight up, and they were proud of the fact that I guess it deviated from straight up by a quarter of an inch or something, very small amount. So one of the trips we went up to this Hitler's retreat, and we were shepherded by this University of Salzburg, U.S., Salzburg professor, and by another guy. I'm not sure what his role was. Anyway, I found out later that she was writing a book on the American occupation of Austria. Anyway, we went up, had a very interesting out at the lookout. It was a beautiful area, mountainous. I can see why Hitler liked it. And then the day that we went to the salt mines, that evening, well, at the salt mines, they had to give us this suit to wear to keep our clothes clean. And you think, well, salt, when you think properly about it, salt is dry, and it's not going to be wet, and no problem there. So coming back that night, the professor interviewed me, and when she got the book written and published, I asked her to send me one. And the name of the book was "Welcome, Amy, Go Home." And this is a cover of that particular book. It's in German, although this cover is in English. And my daughter Diane in Anchorage has a copy of the book.